Welcome to part 3 of the transportation training. In this section, we will talk about how to presume competence. What does presuming competence mean? First, it means that we assume a student has the capacity to understand and learn. It is important that educators believe all students, regardless of exceptionalities, possess the ability to learn and accomplish goals. Second, presuming competence means we operate under the assumption that students are inherently capable of learning and success when given the appropriate supports. Supports range from assistive technology devices, such as communication boards, to accommodations to help students manage their own behavior. To think about presuming competence more deeply, consider this quote: "There is nothing in a caterpillar that tells you it's going to be a butterfly." When it comes to students with exceptionalities, just because we do not concretely see the potential does not mean that it is not there. All students can be successful. It is our responsibility as school personnel to identify the tools which will help them achieve that success. Next, we will watch a short video which explains more about presuming competence.
Presuming competence. Do you know someone that might not always tell you what they're thinking? Maybe they communicate differently than you do. Maybe it appears to you that they don't communicate at all. Does that mean they don't understand you or what you're telling them or the world around them? No, it most certainly does not. Just because you don't understand what someone is communicating, it doesn't mean they don't know exactly what they're saying. Have you ever thought that perhaps you might be the barrier? And clearing the path to understanding means finding ways to connect and understand what is being communicated in ways you might not be used to. We're here to talk about something called presuming competence. Presuming competence means believing people are capable and that they do understand you, even if they don't outwardly show you that they do. People who communicate in different ways might just need extra time to get their thoughts together and let people know what they want to say. We should always presume competence. If we do, what's the worst that could happen? Someone has respectfully been given an opportunity rather than being limited by what you assume they're capable of? Sounds great to me. Presuming competence can feel unnatural or perhaps even scary. It doesn't have to be, though. Don't worry, presuming competence does not mean we sit back and watch someone put themselves in extreme or unsafe situations. You can definitely be there to offer support, but don't be a roadblock to happiness, learning, or life experiences. After all, with life comes some risk for all of us. It's how we learn, it's how we grow. When you allow for dignity of risk, which, by the way, is the idea that self-determination and the right to take reasonable risks are essential for dignity and self-esteem, you are respecting someone's right to try and perhaps fail, all while giving them the space to learn and grow. Let me give you a few examples that might help put this thing called dignity of risk into perspective. What if you never got to be by yourself? What if others knew all your secrets, even the ones you didn't want anyone but your best friend to know? What if you were always told no? What if you were never trusted to carry or use a debit card? What if you never got to go on vacation? What if you had a dream that others told you would never come true? And what if you made a mistake and that one mistake took away all your future opportunities? When you assume people are not capable because you don't understand their communication, it frustrates people. You might find this is the easier road for you to travel, but it's certainly not the most respectful. This might just be your opportunity to learn and grow, so let's do it. Here are a few suggestions to help you get started. The language you use matters. Focus on strengths and skills. Don't box people into a classification or a category or label. Limiting language can limit potential if people start to believe what you are telling them. Make sure you are telling them you believe in them. You should also always use age-appropriate language. Anything but is truly disrespectful. Stop and think. Does the way you label or stereotype someone impact your opinions? How someone looks, dresses, or moves does not tell you how they think and understand. When you believe someone can, you're giving them the green light to believe in themselves. Be creative. Maybe one way doesn't make sense to a person, but another could be more easily understood. Don't forget, we all learn differently, some by reading, some by observing, and others by doing. And be okay with being wrong, because we all are sometimes. Want to know one of the best ways to empower people to live the life they dream of, a life of full and meaningful and rich experiences? Give people back control. Ask them what they want. Offer suggestions and choices. Above all else, put people in the driver's seat of their own life. In the end, what's most exciting is that presuming competence allows for possibilities. It gives people their dreams and tells them they can dream even bigger. Self-worth grows, and so does confidence. Goals are met, and new goals are imagined. The world opens up, and possibilities become limitless. Be someone's cheerleader, not their life limiter. Always presume competence. This video was made by the IDD MLTSS Workgroup. To find more resources like this, visit our website, c-q-l.org/MLTSS.
How can we begin presuming competence? First, examine your attitude. Practice saying things such as, how can this work? What can we do to help this child be successful? Look for solutions instead of problems. Next, question your stereotypes. Reflect upon your preconceived ideas about individuals with exceptionalities. How someone looks, walks, or talks does not tell you how they think and feel. Likewise, be critical of other adults who may possess certain stereotypes. Try to avoid being pulled into conversations that are based on those stereotypes. Next, use age-appropriate talk. Think about your tone of voice and the topics you discuss with students. Are you making an effort to have meaningful conversations with the students? Next, support communication. Initiate conversations. Encourage others to begin conversations with the students as appropriate. Also, encourage students to communicate with each other. Next, listen openly. Listen to students and avoid judging. Show you are actively listening to students by responding to them. Listen to the interests of students, especially older students, who may be thinking about certain jobs or careers. Next, teach others. Talk to other adults around you about how to interpret potentially confusing behavior and how they can be most successful with helping the students. Think about conversations. Do not speak in front of a student as if they are not there when you are conversing with other adults. Include them in conversations. Include students in conversations about their transportation needs and goals they might have, especially related to behavior or communication. This ends the content for part 3. Complete the questions under part 3 to complete this module. Thank you for participating in the transportation training module. We appreciate your time and are grateful to your commitment to transporting students. The final section of the form is a box for questions. If you have any questions or comments regarding the content shared within this module, please feel free to type them in the box. We will answer questions via the email address you provided. You can also expect to receive a certificate of completion for this module via the email address you provided within 7 days. Thank you.